Hello and welcome everybody from Turda, from Transylvania. Today we will visit the Salina Turda, which is the salt mine of Turda. This mine was established in the 17th century and it lasted until 1932. After that it was also used as a shelter in the Second World War, when this region and well, actually this whole part of Transylvania, it was bombed. So after it was also used for to ferment cheese, and from the beginning of the 90s it can be visited by the tourists. It is not just recommended for tourists who are seeking for very beautiful view, and you will see it's really amazing inside of this mine, but also recommended for everybody because the salty air really improves the health, and it's really healthy to walk and to stay longer in this salt mine. This is the Francios Gallery. It was constructed between 1853 and 1870. It was designated to carry up the salt. In the beginning they put it in bags and in the back of the horses. It's some kind of torture because the horses were suffering to carry all of these. After they used the wagons to bring up the salt. It is 917 meters long. So this is the staircase of the reach. Why it is called like that? Because it was first used by Kaiser Franz Joseph and after this staircase was forbidden to be used by the miners, it was reserved only for the nobility. This is the oldest wooden staircase of this old salt mine, which we can still see here, because this was made from pine tree, and what is special about it, that pine tree is resistant to the salt. This is how we can still see this staircase of the reach. And you can see here some tools which were used. This was a wedge for detaching the salt blocks. A pulley. It's a very interesting legend that an old worker suffered an accident here in this place, and he was feeling the presence of God, and he actually saw Holy Mary holding the baby Jesus in her arms, and he survived this accident. So because of that, the miners actually were very religious, and because of that they were making here an altar. So a priest was holding a prayer every day at this altar before the miners went to start working. Next to the altar and next to the staircase of the reach, we can find the roll call room. This was the place where the miners, the workers, were assembled, were gaining together to start their work. The peel room. This is where the names were called to verify if everybody is there, and after that they started their daily schedule. This was the so-called krivak. It's a trolley which was used to bring up the salt from the Rudolf mine. So you can imagine this like it was rolled by the horses round and round, and this is how the salt bags were brought upstairs to this level, and after that in this level is actually the Francios Gallery, and they put the salt in wagons, and these wagons were then pulled by horses to bring the salt to the city of Turda. Unfortunately, the horses who were rolling this trolley got blinded after they were taken out from the mine, because this mine was very dark, of course, and didn't use very strong lights inside of this room, because they thought it's not necessary for just the horses. And when they took out these horses, they got blinded because of the very strong light outside. Usually the horses were replaced every 6 months, because they were reached their maximum potential. They didn't bring enough performance which the miners expected. So yes, we can say that animals were not really protected here in this salt mine. So that is the Rudolf mine, and it takes 13 levels of staircase to get down. So we are now at the Rudolf mine. This is the last mine where salt was extracted here, and it's a very wide area. You can find a lot of activities here. You can play pool, ping pong, and you have a really lot of activities. Even Ferris wheel, which is 20 meters high. So maybe it is the biggest Ferris wheel of the world, which is underground. I don't have any exact information about this, but it's really huge and it's really interesting. So yeah, as you can see, here are really a lot of activities, and the size of this area, it's really huge. It's 50 meters wide and 80 meters long. And fortunately there's elevator, but always expect for a long queue. So actually I was going down by the stairs, so expect 117 stairs if you want to get down by stairs. It's also 13 levels, but the view is also amazing. So every time, if you can just stop to rest a little bit, you will not get bored. So it's not a bad option also. I think this wall, it's the most amazing part of this small salt mine. It's absolutely incredible. It's really amazing. From the Rudolf mine we can climb down to the Maria Theresia mine, which was the oldest part of this salt mine of Turda, because they were extracting salt here between 1690 and 1880. In 1880 they finished extracting all the salt from this part of the mine, from the which is called Maria Theresia mine. So what happened after? You can see there it's an island in this lake, on this lake, and it's very interesting that this is not an artificial island. After they finished extracting the salt, this island was growing from the salt falling down from the ceiling. So a lot of salt gathered together here, and this is how this island formed naturally. As you can see, you can also rent a boat, but I don't recommend for people who are afraid of, of falling out, because this lake can be 6 meters deep on some places. Well, I think it's totally safe, because the water is full of salt, so I don't think that you can sink in this water. Another interesting fact about the Maria Theresia mine is that here we can find the most clear and most healthy air. We can consider the second half of the 19th century as the golden era of the salt mine of Turda, because in this period 92,000 tons of salt were extracted here. It's a really huge number. These were then sold mainly in Transylvania and in Hungary. So this was the vlog about Salina Turda, the salt mine of Turda. Now I am at the old entrance. You can reach this much better from the city center if you prefer to walk on foot. But I really advise to enter at the new entrance where I began this vlog, because there you can see the Francios Gallery. So I think that's a much better and much more beautiful way to enter the salt mine. But after, if you saw everything, you can exit here at the old entrance, and this is a good way to reach the city center after. So well, if you like this vlog, please subscribe to my channel and have a nice day. Goodbye.